My understanding is that it's community supported. I mean, the CSA means community supported agriculture, and that means that the farmer goes straight to the community instead of going through a separate store like Safeway or something. You wouldn't get your community supported vegetables there. You would just go straight to the source. Mm-hmm. And so they pack up the boxes and deliver straight to me, and I'm the interim person to get it to other people. Mm-hmm. So that's you have a more direct connection with the farmer. Mm-hmm. I'm involved because I wanted to be able to get organic vegetables at a better price, mm-hmm. and going to Whole Foods was way out of my price range, or and then some other local grocery stores just didn't have the selection. And this way I was able to get everything that was in season, and it's always just really nice stuff in the boxes, and you never know what you're going to get because the seasons change. Like it could change week to week, but that was my main goal, was to do that. And then I had the opportunity to manage a site where I can get a free box. I cook a lot. Mm-hmm. I love food. I like the whole creativity behind being able to make certain dishes, different dishes from different cultures and everything. So being able to get a new vegetable that I never used before and trying to figure out how to use it, like a kombucha squash last year, I had to really figure out how to use it, and it has opened up. My children are very open to trying new things because they go, "Oh, what's in the box?" And I go, "Well, look at this." They get excited, and my kids eat since like when they're little, Swiss chard and kale, and things that other kids just go, "Oh, gosh, I'm never touching that." And they love squashes, and whereas when I grew up, I didn't even eat squash. And so, if I get a butternut squash or an acorn squash, they're going, "Oh," and I have pumpkins at home that, my kids are going, "Are you going to cook them? Are you going to cook them?" It's like, we're not going to carve them for jack-o'-lanterns, we're going to eat them, So they see that one year we had strawberries all the way to November. This year it was a different season. They see the changes from year to year. I mean, you don't get the same thing. You get similar things, but depending on the rains or how cold or how hot it was, it could change. Like tomatoes, we had tomatoes all the way till last week, and before we had tomatoes only until October, and they can see that and relate to it better, and they're not. It's funny, they're not ever disappointed about what's in the box. It's like, I like the fact that I know I mean, I've met Maria and everything, and I've met the drivers, and I know Elizabeth really well, and Bob and I touch base, through email and phone calls, and I just like the fact that I know them. I mean, I know them by name, I know, by face and stuff, and I know who's handling my vegetables, and I know that they're organic, and I like supporting Maria, a local farmer, and helping her out so that she's successful and can still stay in business, and because that's what she loves to do. I mean, when she had a fire in her barn, and she lost a lot of her farm equipment a couple of years ago, it's like it was no big deal to, oh my gosh, yeah, we have to rally around and send her some money or whatever we can to help her rebuild. Mm-hmm. And it was like, but if I didn't really know her, I would have probably hesitated, or maybe not at all. The advantage to me is that I know my kids are getting a healthier diet, and that it's exposing them to a variety of different things that maybe normally I wouldn't have bought. Maybe I probably wouldn't have bought a kombucha squash, or I wouldn't have even looked at dandelion greens or a dinosaur kale. I would have stuck to spinach, and and it's really opened up our eyes about different kinds of vegetables, mm-hmm. and fruits, and you know, I realized I don't really like persimmons. You know, it's like, but you know, some people in our family do, and it just has really changed the variety of foods that of produce that we eat. Not just. Oh, I just tell them how wonderful it is, and I tell them all what you can make. You know, it's like, oh, I try to let them know actually how easy it is, and especially here, I could bring them the box. I mean, I give them all these options about, you know, it's like, oh, I managed the site, I could just bring the box here for you and deliver it to you. Every year it's a different thing, but it's I wouldn't stop doing it. I mean, if I was no longer the manager of the site, I would still buy the box. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I would still do it.